There's porcelains, there's paintings.
At one with the music through the performers. And that's what Kodály asked of us. So your support helps for that to continue. And thank you again for coming out this evening. And I would like to have you speak a little bit, or Marie.
It was largely due to Kodály who's not here with us tonight, but she is the one who...
She sent me.
She sent both. She got, she and Janos Horvat, who's not here tonight, who also said we really need to have an advisory board to help the Kodály Center. And it was at a time when Holy Names was struggling, and we knew that we needed to provide more support than the college was able to give at that point. So we decided, Kodály was definite about this, that we needed to have a nonprofit that we could start funneling money towards. And that proved the case because, right now we have no access to monies that were given earlier to the Kodály Center. Everything has been frozen, as you know, and the college is being sold, as you probably see. So we feel very fortunate that 2 years ago we were able to found a nonprofit to support the Kodály Center.
South near San Jose. I grew up in the church, and that's where I got most of my musicianship skills, but everything was, as the Kodály method talks about, is like unconscious. And so I unconsciously learned all the musicianship skills, and then when I became a music major at Sonoma State, I learned everything just like that, because that's literally the Kodály method. And then when I learned more about the Kodály method from my accompanist at Sonoma State when I was a vocal major, she's like, you can get a certificate in solfege. I'm like, wow, that sounds great. I love solfege. And that was back in 2017, and then I didn't think about it for a long time. And then I was gonna go to seminary at Pacific School of Religion right here, but then I decided at the last minute I want to do music education. And so I came to Holy Names, and I'm so glad I did. The Kodály method has transformed me as a person, how I view the world. Just anything that taps into like ancient human experience, I think, and like singing is obviously one of those, I think is so valuable. And so that's my path in life. The Kodály method is amazing, and I'm so glad to be here.
My name's Marie Hennessy, and I'm the current director of the Kodály Center at Holy Names. So I arrived here about 8 years ago. And how is it that an Australian ends up in the Bay Area running a Hungarian-inspired program? So it was my mentor, Judy Johnson, who studied, and another mentor who studied at Holy Names in the 80s and were transformed. They took the idea to Australia, and it has taken off. In Australia, the Kodály approach is profound, transformative, and everywhere. I'm part of a group that meets every summer with 300 people come together to study together. The structure of the work in Australia is a copy of the structure of Holy Names, interestingly. So we develop our students both as musicians and as teachers so that they can have an influence in the schools, in choirs, in communities. The other program that had been in place in Australia was a master's. That has now dissolved, but the master's continues here in the Bay Area, and we've had an influx of international students join us. International students have been part of our program over the years, but there's particular interest now. It's just that we're in a state of change as this incredible era at Holy Names, this chapter closes. A new one will begin shortly. So we're currently in negotiation about finding a new home.
Bravo.